Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. Today we start over in Topeka because I read the task wrong. I completely misunderstood it. That's why we have it paused at the moment. We do have a freight train turning up. But this one makes 7 different goods available in Topeka at the same time. Nothing to do with warehousing. Absolutely not. So if you don't use or don't like to use warehouses, then you don't need to, because that's not what it's about. After recording the previous video and watching how things were working and interacting, it didn't make sense that the warehouse was a contributing factor. So I'll explain and why we have it paused as well, because we're going to have to make a few changes in order to achieve this. Let's bring up Topeka. So what this task actually wants you to do is ensure that Topeka has 7 different goods fulfilled. That's what it's asking. Not the task is... the task wording is somewhat vague and it doesn't really make it clear that's what it wants. So what you actually need is a 1 in 7 different items here. Perhaps they need to reword that a little better. You would need 7 different items stocked in the city at the same time, not available in the city, because available in the city would mean to me that you can access from the outside. I guess you could argue that would be for export, but yeah, I completely misunderstood that. So knowing that, it's a good thing, right? It's a lot easier to achieve. We could have done it a lot sooner as well by delivering 7 different items, which you get straight away. We need to ensure they have grain, corn, wood, meat, beer, sugar and cloth, which even when you start a city are all pretty much required, aren't they? So yes, that's what it means, guys. Clarification. So we have our sugar on the way. That is what is missing. This is heading to North Platte, which we don't need anymore because we have a train over at Scott Stop now. Scott Stop. So we're going to change a few things with our setup as we have it currently. Our Wichita to North Platte train, what I'd like you to do is not actually take sugar, because that would be a sort of an overlap and unnecessary. We don't want to be spending the money or the train space taking sugar from Wichita to North Platte when we have a setup just here. It takes a spot away, doesn't it, on our mainline train, which we could be taking as something else. So now we've done that, we've blocked North Platte from asking for sugar from Wichita. It's still going to be on this train because that starts out when it leaves the station, or before it leaves the station. It already has a place to go. So we need to get it to Topeka. One thing we could do temporarily perhaps is stop it from going to Kansas. But how's Kansas doing? Kansas has already had its fill of sugar, which means we could have took it to Topeka direct. And this would have been done. The flip side is we're not too terrible because, as I said in the previous episode, this is still going to stand. These two need to be done roughly at the same time, and we can't make Wichita grow any faster than it is because it's at 100%. So let's reorder some sugar and hope that Topeka asks for it. What we're going to do is remove the train from our sugar delivery. Yes, you're going to complain. That should send the sugar back to the station for redistribution. And now we'll stick the train back on. There we go. And that should be it. Hopefully we get at least 1 heading to Topeka, because we have everything else and fairly decent supply. Corn might be a small issue. Unless we've got a... Well, no, we don't have a train on the way with corn, do we, either? Do we even have corn in there? Yeah, we've got some corn. So hopefully that's all we'll need to do. And then if we have 7 different items in here, we're good to go. It is good to know, isn't it? That's exactly how that should go. Right, do we have any sugar for Topeka? Just one would be good. None! We have no sugar for Topeka. Oh, because you got none in there. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's set up now. What should happen is Topeka will finally get that sugar. We could do with a few more train loads of corn for them anyway, which they'll eventually get from Wichita. Now, Wichita is still going to be an area of focus. They are at past 30,000. Any other cities close to the 30,000 mark? Well, North Platte. They need an immigration office. We'll send it up there and try and fill in as much of this red area as possible so that when we build multiple stations, we have a bit of room. They're at nearly 35,000, which means they're going to be wanting this milk very shortly. And it's going to cost us 107,000. So we'll grab that milk. Now, we do get a little bit of a discount as we grabbed those research items, didn't we, before? And that means Wichita is going to need milk shortly. So we'll grab this one as well. And then we can hook them both up. We'll hook up North Platte first. We have a bit of a line happening there anyway. And then we'll wait for Topeka to get its sugar and its corn. The only two it's really missing. We'll have to buy these two as well. I'd like to control the growth of these and make a bit of money off them early on. While they're servicing 2 separate cities, just one factory will be enough. We'll get the profit from delivery and also from creating our own milk bottles there. So North Platte, you are ready for milk. In fact, what do we want to do? This is going to be a main line over to, I can't remember what that city is that we're going to found, but we will do eventually. So we'll make this the main line out and make sure it's nice and straight and flat if we can. It refuses to go max speed. In fact, that's a bit of a strange angle for it. Or is it? No, because we've got to get down this hill. This is right up on a hill, isn't it? Yeah, that might be good. And then it's a little bit closer to our milk, meaning we don't have to build as much track again and still have access past the milk at Cheyenne. There we go. Yeah, up to Cheyenne. So we've got just a little bit of track to add for our milk deliveries into North Platte. We've got a bit more money to get together as well to get all the way from soya breeding there into Wichita, which money is low at the moment. We haven't really got far into the game. It's been a lot of building up. So what do we want to unlock? Probably going to be the factories, because we're going to have to start buying factories rapidly. Very soon, in fact, aren't we? Increase the amount of packages. Not really. I prefer to do that later once we've already got stuff running. And increasing our capacity isn't an issue. So I'm going to go with increase the profit of our factories in preparation for building us probably cheese at North Platte. And we could build a distillery, couldn't we, in Wichita? And that would mean they get a demand for apples 5,000 earlier, because it's at 45,000. Yeah, so if we build a distillery, they're already going to be asking for their apples. Money's going to be an issue though. How many? Oh, we've got 8 sugar left. So please, I hope some of those are for Topeka. Wichita, Topeka, Topeka, Topeka. There we go, guys. There's going to be a little bit of stock in there. Does Topeka have an order in for any more corn? Only one. Oddly, I think corn's going to be the issue there, but that'll do. How are we doing on our oil issue? We got 50% still. That doesn't half take a long time. So it's good to know, because you could spend that 30,000 on something else. Right, do we have enough to set this up? Not yet, but we can get it going at the very least. Or should we concentrate on Wichita first? Well, this is a lot more expensive, isn't it? And this would add a little bit of income for us. So yeah, spend money to make money. I guess we could hit play, because it's going to be a little while before we have the funds to buy the train. Otherwise, let's get you in there. We don't need a second platform. We're just going to send that in. Doesn't really matter about the speed. Heading into or out of the station there. Let's set us a train up into North Platte. Freight only. May need to do the direction of travel because I can't remember. Right, there we go. Get you on there. Get a Baldwin 10-wheeler as soon as we can afford it. We need a roughly 69,000 for you. Well, 68, a little over. 68,000 and some change. If you can call 250 coins change. Once we've done that though, yeah, we'll get milk delivered into Wichita too. We could set up a warehouse, but it's probably going to be roughly the same price to set up our, wherever it is down there, milk, our dairy. Oh, there we go. We've got money for our first train. Did I set you up correctly? I did indeed. Did I set up direction of travel? You did not. Oh, I did not mean to zoom that far in. There we go. There we go. Direction of travel sorted. We won't worry too much about supplying our trains. We haven't broke 100,000 yet. That's going to change rapidly though. We've got passengers and mail cars moving around now, and more of those. What tends to happen early on when you first set all these up is your trains are chock-a-block full of freight to get your cities growing, because it needs to fill the initial demand and the stores in the cities. Once they're caught up, it levels out a little bit and you start to take your passengers and mail. What we need to check is how much can we take out as a bond. We can take out nearly 1 million, which we could do straight away, but we'll leave it as is. We'll just spend what we've got. That's a little less in the way of interest payments. We can build us an immigration office in Kansas, so we'll get you set up. How about Omaha? Omaha's catching up as well. Goodness me. Topeka is about to break 20,000 population. That's pretty good. I thought about getting this wood here earlier, and you could build a sawmill to increase demand, but you would spend an awful lot of money doing that, because first off you'd have to buy the brewery that's there already, then you'd have to destroy that and you wouldn't get a refund for it, then you'd have to build the actual sawmill. So yeah, the amount of money needed to do that would have meant none of this network, or little of it anyway. But that is a way to game it if you did want to achieve that sooner. I guess if you hyper focused on it, wouldn't be too bad. Alright, do we have enough money yet to hook up our other dairy down there? Almost. Although these guys are going to be requiring a factory soon, aren't they? That's pretty good. What do we got here? Wichita, Omaha, Topeka, Omaha. We do need to send it to Omaha at the moment until we can connect North Platte and Omaha up. Then we'll have to rejuggle our layout a little bit. But we should be getting close. What we got being delivered here? Here's all of our sugar. That might be it. Depends if we've got corn. I don't think we've got corn. Do we have any corn on the way? We have grain on the way. We have meat on the way. Typical. Now it's corn we're waiting on. Yeah, we've got 2 on the way though, so not too terrible. Where's our corn? We have just taken a whole bunch of sugar though, and it will take a long time to go through this sugar. It's well, there we go. The demand per week is only 0.2, and we had 7 plus in there. Or was it 7? It might have been exactly 7. So yeah, not a big deal. Our corn should get there before they've consumed all of that sugar. I say we build this. Can we build in North Platte yet? No, we can't. Yeah, let's get this connected, because while it's not hooked up, we're wasting money on this, aren't we? We're just paying for the privilege of having it. Doesn't seem like good business. There we go. Straight in. 82,000. That's a lot cheaper than I thought that would be. For now, we'll go just with a little piece of double track at the junction and only run a single train. I don't think we're going to be producing enough to go much above that, so we won't need another train anyway. Just a single line into Wichita there. Freight only. They're going to need this milk immediately, as that's at 35,000. Population, where are you? Take off that. Are you going to fill up with milk for Wichita? There we go. All for Wichita. We can start supplying that from Wichita out to our other cities. We don't want this train taking it, do we? The train down to North Platte. Are you taking it? Yes, you would be. So we don't want you to take that either, because that would be silly. We just need to send it to the east. Topeka has grown past 20,000. Once they get to 30,000, they too can have an immigration office. And we do have 2 corn on the way. Yes, keep enough stuff in. We've got plenty of stores there, haven't we? Yeah, we're getting topped up with grain all the time, pretty much local. Same with lumber, same with meat, and same with cloth. The only 2 that we're going to have to overlap would be corn and sugar, which we should do shortly. We're going to have to buy this soon, aren't we? Our cities are going to be in the 40,000 mark. So let's purchase that in preparation, soon as we can afford it. We're almost there. We do have vegetables up that end as well. We don't have to buy these, but it would be lovely to be able to upgrade them once we can afford it and make the money off it as well. The extra money. Right, there we go. We've grabbed that. Now, North Platte, what are you going to make? You will make... let's have them make cheese. And then Wichita can make the spirits. Right, yeah, they can make the liquor. Then we'll have, I guess, Kansas can make planks. Yeah. And then we'll have Topeka and or Omaha making clothing. Lots to choose. Maybe even more planks at Omaha and then just clothing at Topeka, since we take it to Omaha anyway. I'm going to leave it like this for a while.
The connection between Topeka and its near and far neighbours will take on special significance in our endeavour.
There we have it. We have 7 different items available in the city. Wording. But yes, we have fulfilled the demand of 7 different items, which would probably be closer to how I would have worded it, just to make sure you're looking in the right place. As when you think about fulfillment of demand, the first place you would look would be in here, which is where we should be looking. So that is done. Now it's all about fruits, which should be very soon. The problem we have is we've got fruit down. We've got fruit down south as well. Maybe we concentrate down here. How much of a bond can we take out? 1.2 million. Let's take that out. We have to do it. We're going to buy these apples. Not apples, they're fruit. Manzanas. And then we'll hook this up. We can maybe hook it up in here. I mean, what's closer? It's either or, really, isn't it? It's smack bang in the middle of these 2 orchards. Dealer's choice on that one. This one we have to cross a river. This one we do not. Yeah, let's grab that as well. What was it? 80,000? I believe. We're going to have to hook these up anyway. Oh, well, there we go. 91,000. What we could do is start building this connection over to Omaha. Yeah, are we going to have enough for that and everything else? I'm a little unsure. We can definitely go across here. Let's send that across like that. We actually might want to come down a little further. We can use this one then and get us a new train running. That's only, what, a little shy of 80,000 down there. And we just want to get the orchard hooked up and delivering at least one train to... What's up with you? That's not what you're supposed to be doing. One train delivering down here. If I do that, will you let me connect? Yeah, I don't know. If we get this one delivery all the way down and then finish off this line once we've done that. And that should be that then. Which side of the track do we want to go on? We can reuse our existing track for this. So if we go... Oh, we need to be a little bit closer, don't we? Let's tidy that up. It's a bit right-angly anyway, isn't it? Let's redraw this, shall we? Ooh, what happened there? That might not have been connected properly. That's interesting, isn't it? Right, I'm going to redraw this and get us a little bit closer to the orchard there at that point. There we go. Then we'll wiggle jiggle this to take some of the right angles out. And we'll make sure we've got no grades. We haven't, so we can put that back in and spend a little less. We'll get that tidied up as well. I'm not sure on how this works out maximum speed because that looks straight to me. And yet if you put a kink in it, it's maximum speed. So I don't know. I don't know. Right, now we'll redraw this, see if it likes to do it this time. I mean, it was a little bit concerning that it didn't connect last time. So we'll see. We're going to build it there and connect in. Oh, I see what you're doing there. That's not how I want you to do it. Is this because of the gridiron that's causing this issue? Or it just doesn't know what it's doing? My money's on it doesn't know what it's doing. There we go. Will that do it? No. No, I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, it's broken, isn't it? That's really bizarre. That needs a bit of work, doesn't it? Right, if we get rid of that section, can we draw the junction? We can. Can we put this back in? Yes, we can. That's nice. If we're very careful. There we go. Are you all one piece? Yeah, you are. Well, that was a lot of faffing around just to get a basic junction done, but that's what we have to deal with. And let's get our connection in. We'll slide right in there. We're not going to require 2 platforms to start with, even if we have more than a single train running this, because we'll have enough blocking before, in the spur I guess that would be, to park up some trains even with supply towers. Let's get direction of travel on there for when we hook it up to Omaha, because that's going to be a nice little run from North Platte to Omaha as well, and should get us some passenger and mail income. Let's get let's get down here with this. We avoided most of the terrain there, so our earthworks are not too bad, and it's also pretty flat, isn't it? There we go. Nice little junction there. We might be able to move that. Yeah, do you know what? Let's just move that so that it's shared, because money really is an issue at the moment, and we've still got to build some industries. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to hit play and set this up so it goes straight away as soon as we put the distillery in. So freight only. We don't pass off our fruit to any other city because we don't have it in the warehouse. Yes, it's all in preparation, game. Do not panic. We need enough money in the bank to be able to build this. Probably the next tick. And then we can get your apples delivered. In fact, what we want to do is make sure that's 8, don't we? There we go. 8 wagon loads because we need that for our task. And that's how we should possibly end it. There we go. Wichita has grown 40,000. Let's get you with, it is a distillery, isn't it? Yeah, let's get you a distillery near your immigration center so you can get drunk once you're in there. Now we've got to save up a bit of money for cheese. Cheese is 500. I was going to say 50,000. That would be a bargain. 571,000 for our cheese. Hopefully we have enough time to buy that. This should now trigger demand for our apples. There we go. Takes a little while for the orders to go through. These should hopefully all be for Wichita. There's no other way for them to go anywhere else as we're not transferring them. We do have another research point to spend. Not maintenance posts. Perhaps cheaper personnel. Do we have one down here? Reduce the cost of recruiting in the personnel office. There we go. This one's a little further down, isn't it? Yeah, I would like lower wages, please. There we go. Cheaper personnel. Our wage bill has been reduced, which means we make a little more profit each week. And once this train load gets there, we will we'll see what our new tasks are. It's going to be questionable whether we can afford to build the dairy in there. Is it a dairy? What's it going to be called? That won't tell you. A dairy, yes. We'll see. We'll try and save up the money for it. Our money is increasing. We're close to making the connection from North Platte to Omaha as well, which will be a little more income, but also a little expensive to finish off. And I don't really want to edit anything around the map, really, because sometimes your train will reset and that'll be sad because this is the task train. And we might take a ride back on it empty. It'll be empty, so it'll do full speed, won't it? Yeah, why not? That sounds like a plan. Plus, we'll get to see what our new batch of tasks are and where we've got to head with those. How's Topeka doing now? There we go, 22.6k. And rapidly going up as well. 96% fulfillment of demand. Kansas is going to be another city that needs a factory. We do make a little bit of money from these factories. We should have already got some sugar supplies. Our sugar's just there. North Platte can make alcohol as well. But, I mean, they're both pretty much going to be making the same thing, aren't they? Yeah, Oklahoma could make cheese, though. That would maybe be a better idea. They could also make alcohol. Oh, I hope the AI doesn't decide to build in there before we're done. Is this our apple train? I believe it is. Yep, there we go, guys. There's our apples. Earlier than we should have done. And that should be achievement unlocked or task complete. I don't know why I keep calling them achievements.
I can't describe to you what it's like to be so close to my dream after 15 years. Topeka is thriving, just as I always wanted it to. I knew that my trust in you was justified. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy purpose shall prosper. But we are still at the beginning. Now we must spread out. First Denver, and then the whole continent. Therein our destiny manifests itself. It's a strange feeling. Yesterday I moved into our house in Topeka with my wife. Something we've been dreaming of for the last 20 years.
Good for you. I hope it's a nice house. And did you hang your pants out to dry? Or was that you? No, that was in Dodge City. And talking of Dodge City, well, we have to found the city of Dodge City. I don't think we could have really done it any sooner. I guess we could have if we focused that way. We did, however, connect 10 rural businesses to our rail network already. That was fluky. We definitely can't transport 60 passengers without changing trains from Topeka to Denver, as we haven't connected Denver yet. But we will. So Dodge City, we get them to be incorporated, I guess. Would that be correct in the States? And then they become a city. Now, there's already people there, but we have to supply them with some logs, some grain and some meat. I'm hoping that when we come back we can get the dairy in North Platte. But other than that, we did well there. A better understanding of that task, well, it's not there anymore, what was it? Yeah, the weird worded one. But a better understanding of that, we can definitely focus that better. So some ideas for your playthrough. Now we all understand that better. If you did drop a comment in the previous video, I haven't seen those yet. That goes out, I'm recording this the day that goes out, just before. Very confusing. But anyways, this has got to go on the editing table yet. So there we go. Guys, shall we ride our empty... Is that our Apple train? Is that our Apple train? No, that would have been the shortest journey in the world. Where's that Apple train? Are you in there? That's you, isn't it? Yeah, we'll ride this one back. Alright guys, we're on board our train all the way back to the orchards, and we get to ride on the main line and hopefully get to see a few trains. I probably won't ride the entire journey. It is a monstrous journey. But yeah, we do get to see a little bit of scenery while we go. Some of those mountains over to the left are huge. Goodness me, definitely mountain territory. Like our cutting. Guys, lots to do when we come back. Thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.